I sat down to start editing this video and I realized I don't really have any sort of intro or explanation for what this video is. I'm not even really sure what it's gonna be. I started filming some clips last week of me creating my latest journals, which are the mini fairy journals, and I posted the flip through of those a few days ago. So I just wanted to show how I made them, my process of making them, specifically the covers. I've gotten a couple requests to do more tutorial videos, and hopefully I'll get more into that and I'll have more coming, but for now I just have this it's more of an informal tutorial because I'm just taking you along with me as I craft them. I didn't really have like a specific plan or anything. I don't know what else is gonna be in this video, but it'll just be some clips of me creating this journal and kind of what I got up to in the studio last week. So hopefully it inspires you to get to crafting, or at the very least, it's just entertaining. Yeah, I don't know, who knows, we'll see. This could be totally weird and random, and I'm really sorry if this is all over the place, but anyway, bye. Hello everyone. So I have decided to make my first craft with me video. It's gonna be a kind of informal tutorial on how I'm going to be making my next journal. I don't know exactly what I'm doing. I'm kind of just winging it, so you're gonna follow along with me as I figure it out for myself. I do know that I'm gonna be making 2 mini journals, and they're gonna be fairy themed, and I do have them measured out. So they are 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So I just took a regular 8 1/2 by 11 piece of cardstock and then cut it evenly into 4 pieces. And these 2 pieces of cardstock are going to be the front cover, and then these 2 are going to be the back cover. And then these pieces, these purple butterflies, are going to be the insides. So the outsides I'm planning on doing, I'm not exactly sure yet. I'm just gonna kind of wing it, but I'm thinking I'm gonna do some kind of felt piece here. I like the sort of greenery look. I did a journal a month or 2 ago. I have a flip through of it, and it's a fairy themed journal, and there's a lot of like pinks, purples, and then greens, and like greenery that's supposed to mimic sort of, you know, forest and moss and that kind of vibe. So I want to go with that again. I might use that on the front. And then I'm thinking, so I have a bunch of these ephemera cards. I'll link the digitals that I'm using in this journal in the description. I'm thinking I'm going to use one of these for the covers. Where was the one that I wanted to use? I think this one. Okay. So I'm not exactly sure which photos I'm going to use for the covers yet, but I'm thinking then I will have like a photo in the middle of the front covers. I'm gonna keep working on the covers, and I'm gonna get them all sewn up, and then we'll work on the signatures after. Okay, so off camera I made both front cover pieces. I ended up deciding on these photos instead. I just thought they were really pretty. I like the more nature look. So I just glued them on, or well, actually backing up, I glued those felt pieces onto cardstock. This is it 110-pound cardstock? It's a very thick, heavyweight cardstock. So I glued the felt on there, then I glued the photo, and then this little frame piece. Also, when I was off camera, I cut up these little pieces. So I forgot to mention initially that I am going to make a fabric spine. So it is going to be a little bit of a flexible spine, which is what I want. I want this journal to be a little bit more unkept or undone, or what am I trying to say? A little bit more grungy, I guess, more rustic. So I kind of like the idea of having the covers be a little bit more floppy and just having the papers appear a little bit more, I don't know, imperfect. So that's what I'm going for here. This is just like a thick pillowcase, I believe it once was. So I cut these to size. They are just a little bit shorter than the covers, but I'm fine with that. And then I went in and kind of grunged them up a little bit because they were pure white. And I do want them to have just a little bit of discoloration to, again, go with that more grungy, rustic look. I am debating on putting a piece of fabric over top of this. I'm just not sure if I like the lace, or what did I say, fabric, if I want to use a piece of lace. I don't know if I like the look of lace or not, if I just want it to be kind of plain like this. I don't know. I have to figure that out. So how I said in the beginning of the video is there are 2 pieces of cardstock for the front cover and 2 pieces for the back cover. And how I want this to go is I'm going to place the inside cover face down, and then I'm going to glue the fabric spine piece onto that inside cover, and then I'm going to glue the outside cover on top of that. I'm gonna go and do all of that off camera, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I just wanted to show you before I put the whole thing together what I'm doing. So I changed my mind about the lace. See, this is why it's hard for me to film tutorials and whatnot, because I'm always changing my mind every other second. So I measured the lace and or the fabric and the lace, and I put it down on top of the inside covers. So I measured it out to about 1.75 inches. I didn't make the signatures yet, but I do have the pages that I'm gonna put inside. So I just kind of roughly stacked them and then put them in here just to see about how big I wanted the spine to be. So anyways, yes, I glued that on there, and then I'm taking the outside front and back cover, and then I'm going to glue them on top of these pieces, and then I will sew around both of these. Okay, so I finished putting together the covers and sewing them. And here's how they turned out. I think they turned out really cute. I've been away from crafting for the last couple days, and I just started working on some little tags and miscellaneous ephemera to put in these mini journals, and I totally forgot that I'm filming a lot of this, so I've been just tacking away at filling these up and haven't updated you on what I'm doing, but I just finished these cute little journaling cards. These are just like little pieces of felt, and then I sewed on these fairy picture digitals that I got on Etsy, and then I just put this little bit of packing paper that I got in a package, just some little space for writing, and I thought these were so cute. Probably a lot of people look at these different pieces of ephemera and think, well, I don't even know what to do with that. How am I supposed to write on that? But really, for me, a lot of the excitement and joy of a junk journal is the textures, and just like feeling the different textures and hearing the different sounds, and just, I don't know, I love it. So hopefully the person who gets this journal will appreciate it as much as I do. So anyway, I'm just in the middle of working on some tags. This was just a cover of an old notebook that I had, and then I glued on a piece of tea-dyed lined paper on the back, so that way this can be used as a journaling card. And then I'm gonna round off the corners and sew around it, and then I think I'm gonna add on some little tabs on the top because I want to put them in this little top loading pocket here. So I wanted to have a tab or something that you could easily pull the card out with. So anyway, that is what I'm currently working on. Just about to start working on some brand new planners that I'm about to show you, and sipping on some fresh watermelon juice. This is my morning elixir. I normally make a concoction of coconut water, regular water, ginger juice that I buy in a bottle at the store, and lime juice, and then a pinch of salt. And that's my little electrolyte drink that I have mid-morning every day. So here are my two new journals that I wanted to, of course, decorate. So I have been for months now just using this one journal for everything. To-do lists and crafting ideas, journal ideas. I even sketch out my journals in here before I make them. It's been a little bit overwhelming, so I wanted to separate the thoughts a little bit. This one is more of like a weekly planner slash to-do list. And then this journal is going to be for journaling about my junk journals. So I like to write down any ideas that I have, and I even sketch them out before I make them a lot of times. And so this one has the really cool grid paper, so I thought this would be a really good idea to use for sketching out my journals. So yeah, these are my two new journals. If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for sticking with me. I know this video was kind of all over the place, but just bear with me as I'm still learning. And most importantly, you know what? I'm just having so much fun sharing my art, and now I just really want to share a little bit more of myself with you all. My hope for this channel is to first and foremost just create art and videos that really make me happy, but I also hope that I can inspire or at least just entertain one of you and provide a really safe and cozy corner of the internet. So sending you lots and lots of love. Bye. Thank you.